So one of the things I'm always talking about with regard to preparation for training and competition is shoe selection. And there was a video I published on YouTube a while ago about the new track spikes that my son was wearing. And they're the Nike, I think they're the Maxfly, Zoom Maxfly. And they have the bladder and the foam and the carbon plate in them, and so these are the original ones that I showed, and he has to get new ones. There's a bunch of reasons why, but they're falling apart a bit, a couple of years old. And the other thing is they do flex quite a bit now, which is interesting. So I guess you could say they've been broken in. I don't know if they've actually been broken, but certainly there's a lot more given them. So he has a championship meet, a conference meet coming up, and he's running the 200. And so we suggest let's get some new spikes. And so it's the same spike essentially, different color. I think essentially the same specs, and I think there's a newer one coming out just recently. But the one thing I was concerned about is they tend to be pretty stiff spikes, and if he's broken in these ones and there's a lot of give in them, my concern was going into the new one, which I can't even bend. Um, which is, it was interesting. You want that stiffness, I guess, to run faster. But my concern with any new shoe is, are you prepared to wear them? Are you accustomed to them? And if you've been running in this, which has a lot of give, and then you go into this right away, is that a problem? So one of the things we are going to do over the next week or so is slowly progress into the newer shoe just to be safe, right? So do maybe a good portion of the workout in this shoe and then switch over and maybe get into this shoe. And maybe some of the early acceleration work where there's more chance it's going to flex and bend, you would use this one, and then for the longer sprints, this one. So that's just something I'm trying to convey to people is these little things matter. And if this does actually improve performance because of the stiffness of the plate, then you have to be careful. Where is that stress going? Is it going into the Achilles, the calf, further up the chain? And so I think as there's more and more developments in this type of technology for shoes, we have to be more and more careful about how we use them in training and competition. And this also goes for football cleats, American football cleats, and soccer cleats as well, and even other shoes. You know, I don't have as much experience now as much with basketball, tennis, other shoes, and other sports, but I'm sure the companies are looking at some of the same technology and going, how do we get more responsiveness out of the foot and the shoe? So keep that in mind when you're switching from shoes, buying new shoes, trying something new. Make sure there is a transition into the new footwear, a progression, so that you avoid some of these pitfalls of having potential injury happen. Thank you.